Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to our Shabbat evening service to take place in your homes and my home and this synagogue and this room which is ours and belongs to all of us. We have been gratified to see how many of you have been watching services from home and look forward to the day when our seats are filled again and we can all join together in Shabbat joy. But this is where our lives are at this point, and we will make the best of it. So, welcome, share with your friends, have them watch as well, and we begin. When we come to Shabbat here at Temple Bethel Israel, we bless ourselves and we bless those we came into this room with, and those in this room whom we did not come in with, and in fact those we don't even know. And now we do the same. But this evening, we bless those who are not with us, and we bless the world. Amen, amen. May God bless this house with love. As you can see, I'm just a tad confused between evening and morning these days. But, as we all are, we now move to light the Shabbat candles. And as we do, we remember that these two candles represent Shamor, to guard, and Zachor, to remember, the first concepts in the first verse of Lecha Dodi. And so we say together, Shamor, to guard the Shabbat, and Zachor, to remember. Come on. Well, here's our first lesson. If a candle goes out, you cannot light another candle. So what you have to do is use a flame that already exists. And therefore, we light the other candle. And with that, we recite the blessing, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat. And now, we move forward. I was explaining to our bar and bat mitzvah students in lessons today that the music of Shabbat and the feeling, the emotional context of a service is really created by the first piece of music that we truly sing. And this is Lecha Dodi, and we can either do something very soft and quiet and peaceful, or we can share the joy of Lecha Dodi and the joy of Shabbat and the joy of our lives. Lecha Dodi lekrat kala, Yanadai, 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 B'nei Shabbat, Lekadela. Lecha Dodi lekrat kala, Yanadai, 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 B'nei Shabbat, Lekadela. Shamor v'zachor, v'dibor echad, Ishmi Adonai Amiyuchad, Adonai Echad, V'shmo Echad, V'shem V'tiferet V'leila. Lecha Dodi lekrat kala, Yanadai, 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 B'nei Shabbat, Lekadela. Lekrat Shabbat, Lechuven Echa, Ki Imekor HaBracha, Merosh Mikedem Nesucha, Sof Ma'aseh V'machashav Tefila. Lecha Dodi lekrat kala, Yanadai, 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 B'nei Shabbat, Lekadela. Et orari, ki baore, uri, shir naveri, Evod Adonai, alayich negah. Lecha Dodi lekrat kala, Yanadai, 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 B'nei Shabbat, Lekadela. Boi v'shalom ateret ba'ala, gam b'simcha u'letzora. Tov emunei am sekula, boi chala, boi chala. Lecha Dodi lekrat kala, Yanadai, B'nei Shabbat, Lekadela. Lecha Dodi lekrat kala, Yanadai, B'nei Shabbat, Lekadela. Now the Chatzi Kaddish that divides the beginning, Kabbalat Shabbat, the receiving section of our Shabbat service, from the meat of the matter. And so the Chatzi Kaddish divides the service. It is not to be confused with the mourner's Kaddish. Chatzi meaning half Kaddish, half. Yet Gadal Shemei Rabbah, Be'alma Divrach Chirutei V'yamlech Malachutei, B'chayechon U'yomechon U'b'chayei D'chol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala, U'bizman Kariv, V'emeru, Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevarach, L'olam Ulam Me'almai יתברך וישתבח ויבער ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי בקודשה בריחו לעילם עם כל ברכתה וישירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן דעלמא דאמרו אמן. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chochma poteach she'arim, u'b'tbuna mishane itim u'machalif et hazmanim, u'msader et ha'kochavim b'mishmerotehem, barakia kirtzono. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or, Uma'avir yom u'mevi layla, uma'avdil bein yom u'vein layla, Adonai tzvaot shemo. El chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on the evening. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kivod Naruto Le'olam. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levacha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarata b'ham B'shivtecha b'veitecha, uv'lechtecha b'derech, uv'shochtecha uv'kumecha, uv'kshartam le'ot al yedecha, v'hayu letodafot bein einecha, uv'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha, uv'ishtarecha, lema'an tizkeru, v'asitem et kol mitzvotai, V'hitam kedoshim le'Elohechem, ani Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, lihyot lachem le'Elohim, Ani Adonai Elohechem. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there, except by joining hands, marching together. Mi chamocha la'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, lo rati lo tosei melech, tosei melech. Mi chamocha la'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, lo rati lo tosei melech, tosei melech. Malchut kara'u lanecha, ukei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, Ze'eli anu ve'ameru, Adonai yimuch le'olam va'ed. V'ne'emar ki vada Adonai et Yaakov, u'ga'alo mi'at hazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. Hashtineinu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, ve'hamidenu shoreinu l'chaim. Hashtineinu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, ve'hamidenu shoreinu l'chaim. Hashtineinu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, ve'hamidenu shoreinu l'chaim. V'chos aleinu tzidkat shelecha, v'chos aleinu tzidkat Shalom, ve'hamidenu shoreinu l'chaim. Bishamru v'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, la'asot et HaShabbat l'dorotam berit olam, beini uvein b'nei Yisrael ot hi le'olam, ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai, et hashamayim ve'et ha'aretz, uvayom hashvi'i, Shabbat vayinafash. And on the seventh day, God rested. And now we come to Hatfilah the most important series of prayers, the central portion of our service. It is technically called the 18 benedictions, the Shemona Esrei, or Hatfilah, of which the Avot and Gevurot that we chant are just the first two of the numerous blessings. But that is what we do, and then we continue in silence. Adonai sifetai tiftach ufi agidi latecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanurah, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei HaKol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, V'Mevi Geula Libnei B'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham Ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayei HaKol Atah Rav L'Hoshia, Mechakel Chayim B'Chesed, Mechayei HaKol B'Rachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim B'Rofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Avar, Nichamocha Ba'Givurot, Umito Melach, Melech Memit, Umechayek, Umatzmiach Yeshua, B'ne'eman Atala HaChayot HaKol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayei HaKol. Atah Kadosh, V'Shimcha Kadosh, U'Kdoshim B'chol Yom Yahalalucha Selah. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. We continue in silence. Therefore On this week's Misha Beiroff list, TBEI members Bern Barishman, Albert Berman, Bernie Chazen, Larry Giltman, Richard Goldsmith, Helen Heller, Len Heller, Saul Infeld, Harry Jackson, Dorothy Janin, Alan Portnoy, Ethel Rolnick, Bernice Rosmarin, Sandy Solon, Linda Wigdor, and Dan Wolf. May each come to a refuah shlema, a complete and full healing. Bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. And now we take just a moment as we talk about this week's Torah portion, which is Tzav. And this week's Torah portion goes into deep detail regarding the rites of ritual sacrifice. Last week we learned that there were 5 different types of sacrifices that the Israelites offered to God, ranging from I'm sorry, sacrifices to please forgive me sacrifices, to please be good to me sacrifices, and each had their own specific rituals and rites which needed to be observed. In this week, they are quite detailed in terms of the specificity of how they are to be observed and presented. And we don't want to ever allow ourselves to become complacent, or that the rituals become a routine. Moses was very concerned that the Israelites, in leaving Egypt and heading into a promised land, into a covenantal relationship with God, that we never become complacent, and that ritual never becomes something that is routine. And so it should be for us. It should be the same for us as we learn the skill of prayer, a learning that takes place throughout our entire lives. At different points in our lives, different prayers matter to us differently at different times prayers speak to us that didn't speak to us before, or that won't speak to us in the future. And there are so many to choose from in a Friday night or a Saturday morning liturgy and a Saturday morning prayer service or a Friday night prayer. Pick the ones that matter to you, that speak to you now. Reach out. I have said it before. Prayer was never supposed to be easy. And whoever told you that lied to you. Prayer is not supposed to be easy. It is a conversation between each of us as individuals and God. And that should never be easy. That should, in fact, be the hardest thing that you do in your life. And during these weeks, which will hopefully be brief and short, when you're looking for something to do, take a moment and say, what would be a perfect thing to do while I can't do much of anything else? Pick a prayer and talk to it until it talks back to you. Make prayer speak to you, because it's there to be heard. And it will be heard if you listen hard enough. And if you as the listener don't hear it, it's your job to listen harder. But anybody who told you that sit down and breeze through a service isn't that great, that's a piece of cake. I know every one of these prayers. You may know the words, but do you know the prayers? The rabbis used to teach, when you read from the Torah, and besides that, when you read a prayer, it's not the black of the letters that should be speaking to you. It's the white in between the letters. And it's then that you have heard a prayer. When I was in the cantorial school at Hebrew Union College, we had a teacher who taught us that just because you know the notes to a prayer, to a song, doesn't mean that you know it. And one of us in my class said, well, how do you know when you know it? And he said, ask yourself the question, after you've sung that prayer 100 times, then you'll have an idea what that prayer means. So it should be for us during these weeks where we are being challenged. Yes, we are. We're being challenged not by the plagues that forced us and allowed us to leave Egypt. It's a different plague. But maybe there's a silver lining to this plague. Maybe there's a positive to it. Sit with a prayer that you love. If you don't have a copy and you need one, call the office. They will find a way to get to me, and I will find a way to send it to you. Pick one prayer a day, one prayer a week, it doesn't matter. And focus on that prayer. Make that your journey while you are sitting still at home. May we all be healthy in our study, in our journey. We now move to conclude this service. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon ha'kol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, לגור עלינו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד ארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינת זו בגבי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, V'yadatayom b'shebota el levadecha ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim b'shamayim mima'al ve'aretz mitachat ein od v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad Ushemo echad. Thus it has been said, Adonai will be sovereign over all the earth. On that day Adonai will be one, and God's name will be one. We now spend a moment as we have placed this week's yahrzeit list on the screen for you to see if the name of your loved one appears this week. We will, for the next several weeks, be listing all of the yahrzeit names, be they tablets on our wall. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shmei Rabbah, v'almad yirach chilutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayedechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agalah u'mizman karib v'yimiru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach, le'olam u'lal me'almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitba'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalel v'yitalal shmei dekudshav b'richu. Le'elam in kol birchata v'shirata, tishbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran ba'omar v'miru amen. Yehei shlomo Rabbah min Shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'miru amen. Oseh shalom b'mroma, huya aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'miru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, Amen. Bless our lives, our children, and our families. Bless all of those who have lost their way. Bring peace to all who seek a world of beauty. Give blessings, God, to all these today. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen. And, as always, we give thanks for Shabbat magic. Voila, challah. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. May we find peace and kindness in our hearts and souls as we survive this challenge in our lives and find positive wonderfulness to be shared with phones and with social media as we wish each other well and as we journey together. Shabbat Shalom.